I'd just like to begin proceedings this morning by welcoming everybody here, and I'd like to extend a special welcome to the Minister for Justice, David Ford, MLA. David's here today to visit our offices and present us with our prize connected with our recent Justice in the Community Award. Firstly, partnership approach, it's key to the work that we do. This is recognised by the local Newry PSNI Neighbourhood Policing Team when they nominated Elizabeth and Ewan for the Justice Champions Award last November. I'd therefore like to invite Constable Alan McCartney would like to say a few words.
Yeah.
Sorry, please.
Again, it'll be just a very few words. Again, I was just thinking earlier on, what this actually means to us. It's not a launch of something that we're just about to do. It's not a sort of an idea of something that we've recently done. It's something that has been on the go really for a number of years, in various ways, because of necessity, because of political problems and everything else. A lot of it was done very, very quietly. But it's good now that we can acknowledge the fact that now we can openly acknowledge that there is good working relationships and has been for a number of years now between ourselves and community sort of justice. Again, the award was just something that we thought was bound to happen in a sense, although we nominated and hoped, but we were very pleased that the award did come the way of community restorative justice. The word's our oyster in many ways within Newry. People would say, you know, how hard is it to work within Newry? I've worked here for some 27 years now, so I have seen difficulties with trying to work with communities, with trying to approach communities. I've always found Newry a good place to work in many ways because there's good people and always has been in Newry. But it's good now that we can interact with our communities, and this has become a place which is an alternative to a police station in many ways, and something that we hope to develop in the future, and the idea of like a police surgery type thing within the environment here. And in a real sense, it's already happening, because community members, even some that are here, have come with problems from their own community. We have met with them along with members of CRJI, and we've been able to alleviate some of those problems and seen good results because of it. It gives people an alternative to coming to a formal police station, and we can only see it as positive. And as we were discussing even earlier on, the idea of producing this as a type, but moving it within even the area of a district and even further afield within the province, but especially with regards to us coming into South Down, and it's already happening in South Armagh. So yeah, great congratulations all around to something that has, as I say, has been happening for a number of years, but we feel now it's good to actually acknowledge something which is already happening, but hopefully will grow in its momentum. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alan. Now I'd like to ask Elizabeth Kimmins, who's the coordinator for the Safer Stronger Communities project, and also the recipient of the Justice in the Community Award, if she would say a few words first.
Thank you. Well, thanks everybody for coming. I know we're a wee bit late this morning, but thanks everybody for staying, because I know it's all of busy schedules. But I suppose really just before I introduce the Minister, I'd like to say my colleagues and I here in CRJI Newry Armagh, we're delighted to have been nominated in the first place. You know, it's for us to be recognised for our work is so significant. As Alan said, a lot of the work is done very much under the radar and with good results, and we can't always publicise that as much as we like to. But you know, for us, this was such a big achievement. And this award, as we said, was nominated by the Newry Policing Team for Newry, led by Sergeant Colin Massey, who unfortunately can't be here today, but we have representatives. We have Constables Ali McCartney and Alan McCartney, and the Area Commander Davy Beck here to represent the team. CRJI carry out a lot of work with the Newry Police Team, and I think it's important to highlight how this work wouldn't be possible without the buy-in from our partners, who recognise the importance of a community input in resolving the problems that come up within the local area. we have a bit of a technical problem, but the photographs would show some of the work. Some of the work that we have done over the past year, and I think we were actually discussing this morning that we don't realise how much work we have done, and it was only a snapshot of what has been done right across the whole Newry district, and also some of our cross-border work as well. So when Ian and I attended the award ceremony in Stormont, you know, we weren't going in thinking we've won this or anything, and it was very pleasant surprise when Gareth announced that we had actually won the Justice Champions Award, and I think that shows the significance of the interactions and emphasises the importance of bringing community, agencies and ourselves together to try and resolve the problems that come up. And this was highly commended throughout our organisation, and we actually received a letter from the chairperson of CRJI Ireland, Mark McAllister, who, you know, commended us for this achievement. The recognition of CRJI as Justice Champions, I suppose, as it again emphasises the importance of partnership working, and particularly we work with a lot of partners in this area, but I'd say the PSNI would probably be one of our most active and effective partners that we have, you know, who really buy into what we're trying to do and really buy into listening to what the community have to say and the impacts of certain issues on them. So I think without the buy-in from partners, the work wouldn't be possible, and again, we wouldn't be sitting here talking about this award if that wasn't there. So just to finish again, I'd like to thank everybody for coming this morning, and we'll try and move on quite as quickly as possible, but without further ado, I'd like to welcome our Minister of Justice, David Ford, to say a few words and present the prize.
Okay. Thanks very much, Elizabeth. There will be a few words. I spend too much of my time stuck in an ugly office block in Stormont Estate, and it's really pleasant to get out and about. I think actually it was the last thing I was out at was just before Christmas on a rather colder atmosphere in the Silent Valley, seeing, you know, some youth outreach work. David got a cold that day as well. And it's pleasant to be here actually inside a nice warm building and nice sunshine for a change. But what's important to me is to see the amount of good work which is done by so many of our partners, working with different aspects of the justice system and the voluntary sector in making Northern Ireland safer for all of us, in the work that's being done around reducing offending. That can't be done just by the justice agencies. It has to be done in partnership. And it was a particular pleasure to see the work that CRJI is doing, expanding from its original base into the kind of extremely good work which is being done now. I mean, the work I heard about downstairs will be done with P6 and P7 children, looking at restorative practice, helping the kind of work which is done to improve relationships between the police and the community, which takes effort from both sides, and where there's been huge successes in this district in recent years. So it was a delight to see that happen. I do have to say that I had absolutely nothing to do with the judging, so don't give me any of the credit for the fact they won the award, because it would be an entirely inappropriate way to do it. But it was a great pleasure that night to see Gareth dolled up in his, you know, in his finest, much better than he is, to do the announcement, to talk about what it was, to explain to that wider audience in Parliament buildings why you were one of the 3 Justice Champions. And it's a pleasure to be here today, because I think if we can actually wrest away your award from Gareth, who's clinging onto it because he thought he was getting it in the office yesterday, we'll have great pleasure in formally handing it over in a minute or two. But well done, and thank you very much to, you know, not just to you and Elizabeth, but to the fact that you lead a team, and there was a team effort which made the real difference, which got the award. So well done, and thank you.
If it's okay, can we now ask Minister Ford if you mind making the presentation?
Have you hidden them? Oh, there. Right. Okay. The important thing is to keep this man satisfied. With your understanding. Right. About that. As you know, shy.
Minister, it's actually these 2 volunteers who want to make their present. Is that okay?
That's fine.
All right, okay.
Well,
Do you want
let's
us
do
to
one
go?
of this and then we need to.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Okay.
Don't forget all here.
You told her to stand on my computer.
Justice Minister.
Right.
We need to hand them in.
Somebody reach out like you're paying.